Today we're going to learn how to calculate percent yield. Percent yield follows this formula. It is equal to the theoretical yield. That's the yield that you would get in theory from your stoichiometry calculation. And then you would divide that by the actual yield. This actual yield is an amount that is usually given to you in the problem because it is the yield that's given in an experiment, and it's not theoretical. So, and then you would multiply that by 100. So here is an example. Imagine that you have a following equation. You have lithium hydroxide that reacts with HBr acid and then gives you lithium bromide plus water. Okay? This equation is balanced, and the question is, if you start with 10 grams of lithium bromide, lithium hydroxide, how many grams of lithium bromide will be produced? And then the second question would be, if only 20 grams are produced, what is your percent? Pause. What is your percent yield? So to do the first part of the problem, you would have to do a stoichiometry equation, right? So as we know, we start with 10 grams of lithium hydroxide, and the goal is to get to grams of lithium bromide. So you would have to set your equation to go to moles like this, right? So here you would have 1 mole of lithium hydroxide. This will give you the grams of lithium hydroxide, which would amount to, pause, 24 grams. And then here you would have 1 mole of lithium hydroxide would react with 1 mole of lithium bromide. And then you would have 1 mole of lithium bromide, and then the grams of lithium bromide. Bromide is 79.9 plus 7 of lithium. That will give us around 86.9. So when all of this is entered into the equation, we get 36.2 grams of lithium bromide. This number that you get right here is your theoretical yield. Okay, because it's the amount that you have calculated. It means that in theory, if you did everything perfectly, in theory, you should get this. Now, part B says that you've gone into the lab and actually done this in the lab, But unfortunately, you only get 20 grams as opposed to 36. Therefore, your percent yield is much less, right? It's actually 20 grams instead of 36.2. So you're going to take these two numbers, divide them, and multiply them by 100, for which then you would get a yield of 55.2%. Super easy. Okay? So here is another example. Example 2. And that's going to be driven from an example. Okay? If I'm going to say if, pause. Get started. Okay. If 4.1 grams of magnesium fluoride is predicted to be produced, but only 2.5 grams are made, what is the percent yield? Again, here what you would do is do 2.5 divided by 4.1 and multiply this by 100, and very simply get a result of 59.6%. Here's the last example. And be careful. Maybe I will make a mistake. The example is if 26.9 grams of a substance is expected to be produced, but cut. What would be an amount that would give us in an 80% yield? Okay, so I asked the question a little bit differently. So here is what I would do. So we know this is the theoretical yield. And we are trying to find x to find 80%, which is 0.8. How do I solve for x? Well, do I do 8x or 0.8x equals 26.9. Therefore, x is 26.9 divided by 0.8. $37.375 grams. I'm going to stop here. Find the mistake. Very good. Obviously, here you would have to cross multiply. X will be equals to 0.8 times 26.9. And so 0.8 times 26.9 will give us 21.52 grams. And this is how you create and find the percent yield. Thanks for your time.